Why don't you? Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Why don't you? Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Sitting on this porch swing, creaking like my old bones. Bottle of Jack in my hand, staring down these gravel stones. You said you'd be back by midnight, under that harvest moon. But the clock's ticking past 3, and I'm howling at the tune. Tail lights faded hours ago, leaving me with a ghost of promises you whispered soft. Now they're choking in my throat. Why don't you love me like you used to, darling? Why don't you stay when the neon's calling your name? Why don't you fight for this fire we lit in the hay, instead of running wild, leaving ashes in the rain? Why don't you come back home to me? Why don't you set this poor heart free? Remember that summer storm, dancing barefoot in the mud? Your laughter cut the thunder, spilling sweet like southern blood. We'd crank up the radio, Skinner wailing through the pines. Your hand in mine, swearing forever, sipping moonshine wines. Now your boots ain't by the door, and the bed feels cold as stone. I'm nursing this empty ache, wondering where you go. Why don't you love me like you used to, darling? Why don't you stay when the neon's calling your name? Oh, why don't you fight for this fire we lit in the hay, instead of running wild, leaving ashes in the rain? Why don't you come back home to me? Why don't you set this poor heart free? Cross counties, swallow pride with my pride. Chased your shadow down the back roads, but you're slipping like the tide. One more chance, or I'm burning these letters in the yard. Light a match to what we had. It'll scar, but it'll heal hard. Why don't you love me like you used to, darling? Like you used to. Why don't you stay when the neon's calling your name? Neon's lying, baby. Why don't you fight for this fire we lit in the hay,